Morning, welcome to Sacred Enzyme. I'm Stacy. I hope you're doing well today. So I want to share with you what my interpretation of is the apple and the Adam and Eve story. So the apple is pretty significant. We're always talking about, our ideas of how we think the whole thing with the apple plays in. I mean, is it literally an apple? Is it a metaphor of an apple? Does it have to be when you bite in the apple? So I'm going to tell you what I think, and the reason why I think this is because I was talking to Theo, and I was asking him about how did the souls, excuse me, I have my knife here, I'm going to cut this in half. How do the souls get into the body? I mean, what's the process? I know there's some physics behind it, but how does it happen, right? And he told me it was toroidal fields. And I was like, okay, so yeah, that kind of makes sense that sex organs are created toroidal fields. So I started studying a little bit more about toroidal fields, because of course the planet is a toroidal field, but how exactly a toroidal field is activated and how it ties into the whole fabric of the universe, because it's built on scalar grids. Okay, so basically our sex organs create the shapes for the field, and then with our vagal nerve system, this creates an energy. But masculine and feminine energy together is the recipe. It's the recipe. The male's cone shape, phallus, it has a tube in the center. And so this is how it starts. This is how it starts. Okay, so I wrote all this down because I wanted to corroborate what he's telling me with things that other people have been studying, because I feel like if you're going to share information that you're getting from a higher source, at least corroborate it that, that there's actual meat to this whole thing. Okay, so, all right, so souls are created by toroidal fields during sex intercourse because the phallus is shaped like a cone and the vagina is shaped like a donut. This recipe creates a field, and in this field, gravity is eliminated, allowing the light of a soul to enter the physical biological computer. So if you've ever seen how magnets work, and Roger Spur at Mud Fossil University shows it perfectly, how you can take two magnets and how if you turn one of them upside down and invert it, that they will repulse each other. And so this is like the Genesis 3:15, and it talks about creating polarity, enmity between you both, right? It says, I'll create man and woman and create enmity between them. So this is basically how magnets work. And that he's also proven that light actually has matter. So if light has matter, and we're living basically on a big magnet, right, that's holding us here, you have to have a way to eliminate the gravity in order for the light, the soul particle, to be able to come in, and you create this toroidal field that eliminates gravity. And so this is what the process is. This is what the process is. Okay, so then I started looking at work by Michael Tellinger, and he talks about how a dragonfly is able to fly because their wings are tiny little cones and they eliminate gravity. And they're not flapping their wings, they're actually making a vibration, and that these cones cause an anti-gravity effect. And he's proven this with many different experiments. And he also introduced this discovery, this technological discovery, where this man made the world's most powerful antenna. And it was a board of these little tiny cones on it. Because these cone shape has the ability to receive and send information. So basically, half of the half of the whole body counterpart, and the male with his phallus, that is basically like an antenna. Truthfully, this is probably why it has to have the shape that it does. It has to be firm. Because it is an antenna. Believe it or not. Stay with me. Okay, so Michael Challenger says the dragonfly is able to fly because their wings are tiny cones that eliminate gravity. And the different cone-shaped tools are found throughout antiquity that are used in healing and other things to manipulate gravity in order to move large, big stones, megalithic stones, and build structures. They were using this to create toroidal fields. Okay. All right. So these two people here have shown that this is true. This is actual science. So the male genitalia is a cone with a hollow center. This allows it to generate the anti-gravity. The frequency goes out of the cone, creates a toroidal field. So this anti-gravity, I mean, that's like, this field is like, no wonder that they use sex magic and stuff like this the way that they do. Humans are creator beings. We really are. We really are. And when we're balanced and we come together with our counterpart, that we create toroidal fields that can manifest all kind of wonderful things if our heart center is involved, because this right here is the main battery, because it's a toroidal field. Okay, so sound levitates, so does our mind and our thoughts. Our thoughts and our mind levitate. Everything in physics and biology manifests in toroidal fields. Everything is a toroidal field or a torus. And this is why we had this bull imagery in antiquity. And the image of the apple. This is a toroidal field. Look at this. Toroidal field. This is what they mean in the Adam and Eve story about the apple. That we have the ability to be creator beings because we can create toroidal fields with the right recipe. That's the knowledge. That's the secret knowledge. Okay? So, you see a toroidal field in an apple, a cell, the eyeball, the universe, a DNA strand. I mean, you could just go on all day with toroidal fields and all of the different things that they're in. So we've talked about before how the universe is made out of scalar waves, which are sound and light. And so this sound creates a toroidal field. This is why it's so important for us to be aware of everything that we say, because they are spells. It's spelling. Just like we were talking about putting your, I just got a thump on my watch, about putting your intentions on a piece of paper to bring heaven to earth. Bring heaven to earth. And for humanity to no longer be in bondage, and for the goodness of all beings, everyone. And prick your finger and put your blood programs on it. Blood programs are very important, but in order for these things to manifest, it has to come from the heart space, this toroidal field. Okay, so our physical anatomy is a template of the universe, so it's an overlaying match, and the heart creates a toroidal field. So the intent over blood, intent has to come from the heart space in order for anything to manifest into a reality. And so, you know, this is just one of the reasons why blood is so important, how they talk about the waters of life and these different things in all of these old religions. They talk about it in the Bible, and they were very, everybody was all these tribes. So, they were already putting people in different categories. So, I mean, what were these people being categorized on? Genetics, blood programs. These were all programs, I'm telling you. They were all programs. This is a biological computer. We are a creating machine. We are creator beings. In order for us to give birth to a child and for it to have a soul, in order to create that human that is imbued with the spark, the God spark, a toroidal field has to be created in order to manifest it. And so this is why you have to have a man and a woman to be able to bring forth a baby, is because you have to create the toroidal field. And you know, if it wasn't for that, then it wouldn't matter what gender you were. This all is a matrix, and it's all about physics, and it's the universe is based on fractals. But you know, this is a field we're living in, a holographic reality, and it's ours to create. We have to learn how to create the fields. We have to have the right intent, and we have to always be using the right language. So with that, it's been 10 minutes. I just didn't share that part the other day of what Theo had told me about toroidal fields, and I really wanted to share that because I thought that was fascinating. And you know, that was always one of the things that I was wondering about, was how does that soul get into that baby, you know? But yeah, that's what it takes. It takes the creation of that toroidal field. So with that, when you come and find me, I'll be here, because we're living in the past, the present, and the future all at the same time. Don't forget to get outside today. Put your feet in the grass. Start out cold, but it's turning to be a beautiful day. And don't forget to look up at the sky and set your intentions. Today is going to be a beautiful day. Give thanks to our Heavenly Father and our Divine Mother, Mother Earth. Thanks for watching Sacred Enzyme. I hope to catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.